In a world where power shapes perception, reality begins to look a lot like fiction. What if I told you that Donald Trump's White House isn't that far off from Vought International in The Boys? In Season 4, Vought launches Vaught's American History, a propaganda-laced school curriculum designed to glorify heroes and erase uncomfortable truths. It teaches children what Vought wants them to believe, not what actually happened.
He wants to indoctrinate your children with poisonous anti-American lies in education. To combat the toxic left-wing propaganda in our schools, I am launching a new pro-American lesson plan for students called 1776 Commission. It's already done. That's good. And it's true, your kids come home and they tell you things. How many of you, the kids come home, they tell you things, it's a disgrace. What they're teaching them is a disgrace. We're ending it. In fact, we're taking school funds away from these crazy schools that are teaching horrible things, bad things, actually. We will teach our children the truth about America, that we are the most exceptional nation on the face of the earth, and we are getting better every single day. And no party can lead America that will not teach our children to love America. No party can do that.
Sound familiar? In 2024, Trump revived the 1776 Commission to replace what he called woke indoctrination with a patriotic version of U.S. history. His message, America is great, and don't you dare question it. Trump's Kids' Day at the White House may seem cute, but like Vaught's PR playbook, it's about building emotional loyalty early. These events aren't just optics, they're strategy.
Frankie, go ahead. What is President Trump's favorite food? Well, President Trump loves a lot of different foods, but I think his favorite is probably steak. I've had steak with him on many occasions, and he likes to eat a big, beautiful steak. Do you like steak, Frankie? Yes? Okay. Jack, nice to see you. I like your hat. You're welcome. Would you like to ask a question?
What's the state of the border?
What's the state of the border? I can assure you the border is the most secure it has ever been in the history of our country. And I think your dad works for the Homeland Security Council, so that's a very apropos question. And your dad's doing a great job securing the border. Hazel Jane, what a beautiful name. Would you like to ask a question? Okay.
Actually, can you come back to me?
Sure, I can come back to you. I'd be happy to. Bobby Lynn?
How many people has he fired?
How many people has he fired? Thus far, actually, we have not had anyone fired with the exception of one individual who did leave their job. But we have a great team here so far. So good. Thank you for the question. Yes, little man. Is that your mommy? Your mommy is a great journalist. What's your question?
What's Donald Trump's favorite ice cream? He wants to know.
Ooh. I have seen the president eat ice cream sundaes before with chocolate sauce and some toppings too. Raise your hand if you like ice cream sundaes. It's a very popular policy position to have. Yes, very good. Dario, would you like to go?
What is the president? If the president had a superpower, what would it be?
Wow. If the president could have a superpower, what would it be? That is a very good question. I think if he had a superpower, it would be to just snap his fingers and solve all of our country's problems just like that, because he likes to get things done very quickly, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer. Like today, he had to go to Capitol Hill to convince people to vote for his one big beautiful bill. I bet if he had a superpower, he would snap his fingers and get it passed immediately, but life doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
From superhero restaurants to MAGA gear, branding isn't just for adults. It's for kids. It's a tool. Both Vought and Trump understand that if you can win a child's admiration, you win a future voter. And then there's Elon Musk. Appointed by Trump to lead the Doge, Musk now shapes government efficiency while winning contracts for SpaceX and Tesla, just like Vaught's elite operating with zero oversight.
Elon, I love the double hat, by the way. He's the only one that can do that. Get away with it.
Well, Mr. President, they say I wear a lot of hats. And as you can see, it's true. Even my hat has a hat.
Reassuring allies and deterring enemies.
The whole room can say that very strongly. You've really been a tremendous help. You opened up a lot of eyes as to what could be done. And we just want to thank you very much. And, you know, you're invited to stay as long as you want. At some point, I guess he wants to get back home to his cars and his... He's done an incredible job. $150 billion. Think of this.
Yeah. It's 160 now.
Yeah, 160. They said, oh, it could.
Vought manufactures supervillains to justify its power. Trump, he paints immigrants and dissenters as existential threats, then presents himself as the only one who can save America.
Today, we have officially learned Democrat officials still refuse to accept the will of the American people. Maryland Democrat Senator Chris Van Hollen rushed to Dulles Airport this morning to fly to El Salvador, potentially using taxpayer dollars, to demand the release of deported, illegal, alien MS-13 terrorist. The Democrats and the media in this room have continually and wrongly labeled Kilmar Abrego Garcia as a Maryland father. There is no Maryland father. Let me reiterate. Kilmar Abrego Garcia is an illegal alien, MS-13 gang member and foreign terrorist who was deported back to his home country.
Mr. President, we're holding you in contempt. Will you take steps to return Kilmar Abrego Garcia to the United States and put him in front of a judge?
Well, I'm not involved in it. I'm going to respond by saying you'll have to speak to the lawyers, the DOJ. I've heard many things about him, and we'll have to find out what the truth is. But I will say this, you know, we were inundated by millions of people, many millions of people during the Biden administration. They say 21 million. And a big percentage of those are criminals, serious criminals. I'm not saying just criminal because they came into the border illegally. I'm saying they're criminals at the highest level, murderers. Many of those people murdered more than one person, and they're on the loose. And I was elected to get rid of those criminals, to get them out of our country, or to put them away, but to get them out of our country. And I don't see how judges can take that authority away from a president. We've done an amazing job, Tom Homan, Kristi Noem. We have done an amazing job. Nobody can believe the job we've done. Far greater than what I said. I mean, I got elected on that, but we've done much better. We have right now 99% border. It's a 99%. Nobody thought that would even be, nobody's coming through our border practically.
Both Vought and Trump understand one thing: influence the youth, and you influence the future. Whether it's through history classes or candy-filled press briefings, it's all about shaping perception.
And to think what they've done to our country. And I was elected to straighten that out. and I'm doing that. But we have activist judges that don't want murderers to be sent out of our country. They don't want killers and drug dealers and drug lords and people from mental institutions. They want them to stay in our country, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's the liberal way, or as they call it nowadays, the progressive way. But I don't think it's the way that our country believes, and that's why I won in a landslide.
The lines between fiction and reality are blurring. Billionaires becoming policymakers. National crises turned into political currency, and a new generation raised in curated truths. This isn't just politics or TV, it's the battle for young minds. And if you're not paying attention, someone else already is.